Hi, Elle here. It's kind of late at night. It is 9:42 p.m. and I'm up tonight, ready to rock because I'm about to go on I'm going to record a podcast with someone in New Zealand who found me on LinkedIn and wanted to do an interview with me for a business podcast. So I'm pretty excited about it. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. It's since I was 12 years old. My dad took me to one of those films where you could see what it was like in a certain country, and I fell in love with New Zealand. Just have always wanted to go there and never have. But tonight I kind of feel like it's the start of it. I'm going to make a new friend who lives in New Zealand. I know another person who lives in New Zealand who I met in Austria when I was studying conducting there. So where have you always wanted to go and you haven't gone yet? This has been a weird year. It's like the first year of my life where we didn't have pets and we didn't have this or that. Like I could actually go somewhere and I couldn't go. So I'm very curious to know, is there a place in your life that you've always wanted to visit? And what are you doing to kind of set that up for your future? So I like to encourage my clients to kind of prime their experiences, set really big dreams, and then start preparing for them. And one of the things that I'll do is, for example, if I have a student who wants to go to a certain college or university, I will either buy them or I'll have them get a t-shirt and wear it constantly, like wear it to bed, see the logo, just get very tuned into it. So when I was in college, it would be my freshman year, my first year, I made it onto the varsity rowing team at the University of Michigan. And our captain was this really great woman. She was a grad student and she just kind of became my big sister. And we spent a lot of time together. Peggy Bartlett, I can't find her on social media. If you can find Peggy Bartlett for me, University of Michigan grad who lived in Ann Arbor. She grew up in Ann Arbor, I believe. Anyway, Peggy kind of took me under her wing, and her family went to Austria to ski that Christmas. And when they came back, she gave me a gift. And the gift was a poster of Salzburg. So that was 1980, Christmas of 1980. And in 1985, after working for a year at a bank and playing in symphonies and studying, I applied and got into the summer academy in Salzburg at the Mozarteum. I went to the only place I've really been in Europe. I mean, I flew into Munich and visited Innsbruck, is Salzburg, Austria, until 2018. So it was like, this is the only place I've ever been. And I don't speak German very well. I can count very high for numbers for music, and I knew musical terms, but I didn't really know much German. But that poster she gave me, it hung in my bunkhouse all summer, and then I took it back to Ann Arbor. Like, it was always on my wall. And how weird that 5 years after I got the poster, or 4.5 years, I was at the very place that the poster depicted. It was a winter scene that was on my wall, and I was there in the summer, but I stood at the very place where the photographer took the picture. And so priming, getting yourself ready for whatever it is that you want to see happen in 2021. You can create all kinds of little ways to just start planting the seeds for things to happen. I want to give just a couple tips. One tip is, if there's something you want to have happen this year, start writing it every day. So in the pressure-free planner that I created, there's a space where you can write your goals, dreams, visions for your future. And you can write the same one over and over and over for a lot of times. You can change them up. But if you have a real strong goal or vision for yourself that you're working on, writing it every single day can be so helpful. And don't beat yourself up this is pressure free, of course. If you miss a day or even a week, just get back in the saddle and start writing it again. So there's been times when I miss several days in my planner, but then I'm like right back on the horse and right back writing my dreams, goals, and visions. And I use those words very specifically, like, what are some dreams for you? What are some things that you want to see happen in your life? And they can be small, they don't have to be big. One of mine that I've been writing for years is stay up, pressure-free, in my genius zone all day. if I can stay up and not trigger the stress response all day, I'm going to have a fabulous day. I got a little, how should I put this? Somebody made me smile today. It was a cashier and I got carded. Of course, I had a mask on. Okay, so she can only see like from here up, right? And she could see my hands. I was putting this stuff on the conveyor belt. Apparently, this cashier looks at people's hands and their eyes to decide whether or not she needs to card them. And so I was getting things for the holiday weekend, and so I had a bottle of wine on the conveyor belt, and she asked for my ID. And I just kind of laughed, right? And this is a store that I go to all the time. And she goes, there's no way you could have hands like that and be born in 1962, right? So that's because of pressure free. Like I have hands that I would never even show on camera. Where are they? Here they are. Whoa. Like I would never even show my fingers because they used to be covered in eczema. If I showed her my hands from 1985, like when I went to conduct in Salzburg, if I showed her those hands, she probably would have thought that I was the age I am now. So stress is definitely something that affects our skin. It affects our hands. And of course, it takes you out of your dreams. It's impossible to really deeply vision when you're in fight or flight. So when I can help you stop the release of those hormones, you can really start to soar with the things that you want to have happen in your life. So if you want to go somewhere in your future, just start, getting some pictures up or putting a little poster up somewhere. I have my vision board in my bathroom. It's kind of weird, but I have huge mirrors and I never had those before. It's kind of cool and it's almost overwhelming for me. So I cover half the mirror with my little poster for my vision board. So wishing you a great pressure-free night, a wonderful holiday if I don't get to talk to you before then, and of course a really pressure-free one. So don't let the small stuff take you under the line. See if you can just really move into what the spirit of the season is truly about, and you'll have a good one. Have a great one. Bye.